If your ex said to you that you're the right person, but this happened at the wrong time, and you want an explanation about what's really going on, watch this video. Hey, I'm Coach Benny, and I help people get their exes back. And before I did this, I was a dating coach for 5 years, and I had to pay attention to what actions tended to create attraction in other people. And from this perspective, I give advice on how to get your ex back. Now, when your ex says to you, right person, wrong time, it can be really confusing, right? Because you're like, well, if it's right person, how is there ever a wrong time? We can just work together. It's going to help you for me to be the right person on your side, and you can get through these wrong times a hell of a lot easier if I'm on your, if I'm on your side, at your side. Now, the missing piece here for your ex is that they were emotionally neglected in childhood. They have their first person experience of the world. That's their normal. They don't realize it's any different than, the person over that maybe had their parents there all the way. And so what's the thing that makes the difference between somebody that was neglected and somebody that wasn't? Well, somebody that's neglected doesn't have the training for dealing with big feelings or conflict in general. They might be able to communicate in a calm way when things don't get tense, but when that nervous system gets dysregulated and now, shit gets heavy, they don't know how to deal with that. And this inability to communicate or deal with big feelings causes them to get overwhelmed in their relationships and just with life in general because they don't set boundaries with other people. These are the kind of people that are the heroes. They'll bend over backwards for anybody. They'll go do favors for their family, or they'll go do favors for their friends. And it seems like they'll help anybody but you in the relationship. And it really will tend to rub you the wrong way within the relationship. So when your ex says to you, right person, wrong time, what's happening is that they're spreading themselves really thin. And now, lo and behold, some life event comes along. Maybe all of a sudden they lose their job, or there's a death in the family, or there's some big thing that's causing stress for them around this time. And they love you. They actually want to be with you, but they don't know how else to free up bandwidth other than to axe their relationship. And why does this happen? Because they see the relationship as a source of obligation. You're another person that they have to spend time on. You have a lot of emotional needs, as you should. And they don't know how to do everything and just kind of suck it up without communicating their needs and their boundaries. And who else could, who could do this? Anybody that even tries to do this is going to implode eventually. But because they don't realize that communication is the tool to set boundaries with people and also to get your needs met, okay, they don't know what to do but to break off the relationship. So yeah, at the end of the day, this is a communication breakdown. They really believe that you're the right person. But, even if they say you're the right person, they say wrong time, what they'll do is they'll also tell you, hey, don't sit around and wait for me. They'll accept that they just get to lose the right person because that's the way their life goes. They expect to kind of get fucked over. They have low self-esteem. And again, this is all boiling down to neglect in childhood typically. Even though they're sad about losing that person, they're not going to spring into action and do whatever it takes to fix it because they don't know how. They think that they're just broken. And they don't realize that communication is a skill set that they could just go and get. Now, if you hear this and you say, well, I'm just going to tell them that, they just need to learn to communicate. It ain't going to work like that, okay? For somebody like this, they usually have a dismissive avoidant attachment style, which means that introspection is very painful for them, okay? And usually their MO is to avoid the problem, AKA that's why they're breaking up with you, So if you just go and tell them, it's not going to fix the problem. So the way to fix a situation like this is essentially to give them space to cool down a little bit and lose the overwhelm, and then re-attract them after some time has gone by through doing the right things, through staying away from the wrong conversations. And if you want my help with that, you click into my profile and click this link down here, set up a call with me and tell me your story, and I'll tell you exactly how to bring this person back into your life.